Yellow Snow Pal has to say, I feel geek points should be taken away from Wombat and Shipwreck for not knowing the Mandalorian's face was shown in the series. It is a key character arc scene. They then give those points to Cheapy D's kid, who obviously pays closer attention to story. It was months ago. It was pre-quarantine. Just be lucky I remember how to stand up.
I remember it when somebody told me that it happened.
All right.
Like, I remember that scene now, but it wasn't like I didn't care about his face, I think is the problem.
Yeah, Ty cared about his face. That's what I remembered from it. I was like, why do you even
care? Did either of you watch the live table reading of from Community, the Community live table read?
No.
Nope.
Was Chevy Chase invited?
No, they did an episode. They did the episode after he died, the will reading. And Pedro Pascal was on that as the lawyer.
Nice.
Did they show his face?
He did show his face. That's how I was, it's relevant to the conversation. That's why I brought it up. It was very good. I recommend it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Points for Ty.
YouTubes.
Good job, Ty.
Yep. Yes. Points for Ty. This leads right into the next segment. Heat has to say, no, a 12-year-old should not be watching What We Do in the Shadows, which means you should let Ty know not to talk to his friends about it.
We decided to watch it without him. We started watching, I got Mrs. GB involved, and we've watched a few more episodes.
Also, the three of you should be watching the Harley Quinn show on DC Universe. It is indeed a little hard to wrap your head around the why it exists, but it's fucking hilarious. Think Brave and the Bold, but with cursing. Season 1 is now on the Sci-Fi Channel. You don't have DC Universe anymore? No, I canceled it.
If you don't have it, who's paying for this thing besides me?
No one is.
I am. You left me.
You're stupid.
You left me high and dry.
They're moving everything, so I'm like, what do I need this for? I watched Harley Quinn on Sci-Fi, which I already have.
They're moving it to HBO Max?
I don't think I'm going to get it. I have HBO on cable, but with HBO on cable, you get HBO Go. But if you have HBO Now...
That's what I got.
You get HBO Max.
I'm maxed out, baby.
What is going on? Why are there so many things?
Trust me, it took me like a long time to wrap my head around it, too. It's too many things, and if you have HBO... on cable, you should get HBO Max.
That's what sounds like somebody who would say who's not getting HBO Max.
Yeah, because you're getting HBO Max.
For fucking Max. So I can cancel my DC Universe and get all those shows and shit?
I think for now, I know for sure Doom Patrol is going to be on it.
Oh. What else is there? Titans?
I'm somewhat certain that Titans is going to be there.
I don't know, that ending of Titans, man. Whew.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah. And Harley Quinn is on Sci-Fi.
I watched some of that. The Harley Quinn.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I watched.
Yeah,
like I said, I finished season 1. It's very funny.
Yeah.
And I know Stargirl came out on DC Universe, but it also was on the CW this week. Again, why would I pay for something that's on the CW?
All right, remind me to cancel my subscription.
Yeah, so I watched Stargirl, which was cute. I'm a big JSA nerd, so anything with Justice Society in it, I'm going to watch. So, Stargirl, recommend it, because that brings us right into the Watch This Beaches part of the show.
Big news.
Yeah, I saw. Are you going to read this, or should I?
You should read it.
Okay. At Red
You're doing such a good job reading tonight. I feel you should,
I know.
You should read more. By the way, we should tell everybody, this is the first time that we're watching each other do the show.
We're all on video. You don't get to see the video, but we are.
We've done 2 live shows before, maybe, where we've done this before.
Right.
Video shows.
We decided to do it for some reason tonight. I don't know why.
Because it's fun. At RedTang2K6 has to say, who among you is most excited about the Snyder Cut of Justice League being released?
Not it.
Do any of you think that DC movies will ever be on par with those based on the Marvel Universe?
Can you explain something to me? Are they reshooting any part of the movie? Is there?
I don't believe so. I think they're just going to redo special effects. The budget apparently is about $20 million for this.
Is this like the Donner cut of Superman 2, basically?
Yes, it's essentially the Donner cut of Superman 2.
So it's still going to suck, basically.
It's not going to change much, yeah.
Yeah, it's still going to have Steppenwolf, easily the worst villain in, I don't know, any movie?
What if they just CGI'd him into something else?
Well, the rumor was that he was Darkseid, and then they changed him to Steppenwolf in post anyway.
Right. Who's a more
so maybe they
obscure
change
villain?
him back to Darkseid?
Why though?
Why change him back to Darkseid,
Right.
or why did they do it in the first
Why
place?
bother
Why
even
change it
doing
to
this?
dark side though? Like it.
I don't work for Warner Brothers. Stop being mad at me because I made a bad. I mean, because someone made a bad Justice League movie.
I'm definitely gonna watch it just because
Because you have to.
the curiosity factor there
Mhm.
of like if lines like "you smell good" are still in this movie.
That movie is so weird.
It could be worse. Just remember, there's plenty of room in either direction.
Yep. I wonder if Holt McCallany's full role will be in there because he was cut to like 2 lines. The older cop from Mindhunter, Cheapy.
Dude, I don't remember jack shit about that movie. I'm trying to forget it as soon as possible.
I was talking about something else.
Mindhunter, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
So the older cop
Yeah,
from
that guy.
Mindhunter.
I like
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Holt McCallany. He's in Justice League.
Oh.
And he has like 1 line.
Got it.
And he's there for like 30 seconds. And apparently he like worked out for like a year and a half for this role. They got cut to 1 line.
That's like you and the Spotify deal. You're going to work out and then like the check's going to bounce. And you're going to be buff for nothing.
Exactly. So I'm waiting for that.
You know what I'm waiting for? Your movie review of Scoob.
I enjoyed Scoob, you boo.
I've been bombarded with ads on every single product that I look at has an ad for Scoob on it. It does not matter what it is.
Sure. I mean,
So you
it's
did not-
the only thing that's happening right now, right? It's
Yeah.
it's Scoob.
Oh my god!
What else is there?
I don't know. I watched the trailer and we talked about it. Didn't we talk about this?
Well, we
last
haven't
week?
talked about it since we saw it.
Oh, okay. Did I talk about how I didn't like the way the trailer looked?
The trailer it didn't do a good job of selling this movie, and it might be on purpose because there's a lot of like surprises in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of like it's a fine movie for kids. My son literally thought it was the best movie he's ever seen in his life.
My kids really like it too. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
We're watching
great
it
for
again
kids.
this weekend.
Exactly.
Did Sabrina like it?
Sabrina didn't watch it.
Right.
She was too busy watching The Flash. the night time.
Did she know that you spent $20 to watch it?
25. I bought it.
Oh, right. Yeah, they make you buy it because
Yeah.
it's like
That's
$5
better.
more.
That's fine.
All right.
I got a $3 credit back.
Fantastic.
Yeah, why not?
I saw that Blue
so-
Falcon dabs in the trailer, so
Yes, well, that's because
Spoiler.
I don't want to spoil
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
there's reasons behind like everything that you roll your eyes at in
Okay.
that trailer. It's like, oh, you're supposed to be rolling your eyes at that.
wow.
There's a reason for that, and there's a lot of fun Easter eggs if you're a fan of
Easter?
Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yep.
I know all
It's
of them.
crazy because like
I know you would. That's just
Right.
it.
That's why you would like it. And Emmeline recognized, like, she hasn't seen a lot of those shows, but we've read a lot of the Scooby-Doo team-up comics. And so she knew the characters from that. Like, she knew the villains and everything and some of the references they were making. So it's a fun movie. That movie is better than it should have been. The worst thing about that movie is its name. I'll agree with
All
Cheapy
right.
on that.
Okay. I will watch it when I don't have to pay $20 to watch it. How about that?
It does do the thing that I don't like in Scooby-Doo, but I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because I guess it's a spoiler for a movie that Cheapy may see. Can you spoil Scoob? Is it possible? I don't know.
I think you could take some of the fun out of it. Certainly.
Don't take the fun out.
But it's not important. Oh, I forgot to put something on
The mask, when they pull the masks off at the end, is that the part you don't like?
No. Actually, it's sort of the opposite of that. Okay. When the supernatural is real, I don't like that in Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay.
That's
R-
I would say
Right,
at
I
this
hear
point
you
though,
on
that's like a quarter of the Scooby-Doo stuff that comes out.
It's a quarter of the Scooby-Doo stuff that comes out post OG Scooby-Doo.
I'm
Even
totally with
when
Wombat.
Scooby-Doo did the team-ups, those didn't have
It's like
supernatural
Sherlock
elements.
Holmes. Sherlock Holmes, it never was like, oh, there's ghosts. That's the reason why this was
Yeah,
happening.
that wasn't until like the live-action movies. That was the...
Yeah, that might have been the first. There might have been one or two.
Oh, no, you know what?
animated
No, it
movies.
isn't. I can tell you exactly what it is. It's the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. The one where
Oh,
where it was
there's
just
ghosts.
Shaggy and Daphne
Yep.
and the little orphan boy and Vincent Price's head in a box.
Well, they met the Boo Brothers at some point too.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. That's a crossover. So,
Got it. That's
what I'm-
1985.
Yeah,
I looked it up.
1985. Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
Did you look it up?
Yep.
There's more
The 13
Scooby
Ghosts of
Doo
Scooby.
that has supernatural than, like I said, it's probably about.
Oh, I'm not saying
quarter
that
of
it
it.
doesn't exist.
Yeah, they made a turn. They decided at some point, hey, let's just have ghosts. It'll be more fun and easier to write.
It'll just be easier. And like I said, I'm not a fan. And when it comes to Scooby Doo, I'm a Scooby Doo purist.
Wombat wants that hardcore detective work and problem
Exactly.
solving. He doesn't want any ghost nonsense.
Mm-hmm. I want to see Freddy lifting Prince off of Daphne.
Yeah.
Well, everybody wants to see that.
Who's Prince?
That's the other dog.
Right. All right. Oh, wait. We're talking about The Last Dance? No, there's more. There's so much more.
There's so much more, and there's something that I haven't added on to here yet.
Fucking add it on already. What are you waiting for? At Super Mario Tweet writes in and asks, did you watch Rise of Skywalker yet? I wanted to hear what you thought. I cannot convince anybody to watch it with me, and I cannot bring myself to watch it by myself. So I'm at sort of a standstill here.
That's the one you should stream.
Yeah, and I watched that alone, so you can watch it alone.
I'll get like banned or something. Disney will a lightning bolt will come down through my house.
Just have all the sound off and just have your reactions to what's going on the screen.
People would watch that, by the way. You just have to tell people, start it now.
Captions, put the captions on.
No, you don't have to do that. It's just
so people could at least read the captions.
No, the camera faces you only.
Only.
Oh, okay.
You have headphones on so that
no one's going to watch that. That's ridiculous.
Do you know how many YouTube channels there are that are
they
nothing
just do
but
that? Oh, and you sync up. You say you all start at the same time.
Exactly.
It's like a watching party. Oh my god, I would do that, but it sounds bad.
It does sound bad, but I would watch that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll think about it.
And that way it'd feel like you're watching it with me.
What if I have to pause to go to the bathroom?
You tell people to pause.
Then you take everyone with you. You say, pause now,
Okay.
I'm going to pee.
Right.
And then you take the camera with you into the bathroom.
Okay. Then I get banned. I'm not going to pull a Dr. Disrespect.
Well, it's not a public bathroom.
Oh, I don't think you're allowed to broadcast yourself peeing. I'm pretty sure.
I think if you just turn the camera towards the sink, you should be fine.
The sound of urination is fine.
People love the sound of urination. That's also a whole bunch of channels.
It's going to bring in the subs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like ASMR.
Right. All right. What else we got here and watch this, bitches?
I finished watching The Last Dance. You guys still have not watched any of that?
No, I think Mrs. Cheapy is out.
Oh man.
So I think I have to go solo on that. That I could do.
It's good. It's
Is
really
it kid friendly?
For Thai, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There's two versions of it too. They put out a TV 14 or whatever that is version, and then they put out the mature audience version.
What's the difference?
I think it's just the cursing. I think they just bleep
fine.
out some cursing.
Thai hears plenty of cursing.
Yeah,
See
most
Michael
of the
Jordan's
cursing
dick.
it's not in it. It's people talking trash to each other, basically.
Yeah.
So it's nothing too bad.
Your mama wears combat boots.
Yeah, that's the cursing.
Your mama's so fat that when she sits around the house, she sits around the house.
Yeah, it's pretty much just 10 episodes of Yo Mama jokes. But no, I'm sad that it's over now because there's nothing. And they just announced today, or there was rumors today, that ESPN's going to make another one of these since this was so popular, but they're doing one about Tom Brady. And that's just that's
not the same thing at all.
That's not the same thing at all. Nope. We realize that, yes, it's the same in that that's one of the best players of a sport, but nobody wants that.
Right.
Other than Boston area people.
Right. The only thing you could do would be and it wouldn't work here. Obviously, this would have to be in Canada, but you could make one about the Oilers in the 80s and the Islanders, they had teams that won 5 championships in a row. And just, have the greatest players ever with Gretzky.
Still above that one, I would say.
Yeah. Of course. But
it's hard to match after you make the Michael Jordan one, what you do after that.
Gretzky didn't gamble enough.
I think you could do the Gretzky one.
You could, but it's still not it's still not the impact. Like the cultural impact is what the Jordan one is.
The
Like,
Bo
Interesting.
Jackson one.
Right.
But I guess this probably is like, is there a 30 for 30 on Bo?
yeah, there is.
Yes.
I think there's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is.
I
It's
watched
good.
that.
So, yeah. I feel like I've seen it. That's why I said it.
Yeah, I even watched last night. ESPN did a HD version of Jordan's like the '98 championship game, the game 6 where he hits the shot, and that was cool as well because they had all these weird camera angles, and they
remastered it?
Yeah, they remastered it.
Wow.
Like you'd never seen that game in HD before, so they took off all the overlays and everything, like the scores. They
That's so
redid
cool.
that.
Wow.
Man, that basketball was so physical then compared to now. But it was good. I liked it. I still have to watch the ABC special about After the Last Dance. They keep on putting more and more stuff out about this thing.
Right. And the ABC movie about Amy Fisher.
That should be on ABC next.
Yeah.
They're getting desperate, Eddie, on these channels. It's like I watched. They had Moana on the other day because they're bringing back the Wonderful World of Disney,
Sure.
which is code for let's just show Disney movies on TV because we own them. That's what ABC's doing.
Why not?
And yeah, why not? Exactly. They have to show something. These shows are all ending. A lot of shows are ending early because they didn't get to film their season finales, so they got to fill up there.
I think that's a big reason actually why we're getting the Snyder Cut as well. It's like you can't make movies now, so we're gonna
Right.
start. We're gonna get all these different cuts of movies.
It's gonna be fun,
I guess.
and by fun I mean terrible.
Right. You can't like the thing about that is like you can't remake something that people love already and make it interesting because you're just gonna screw that up.
Yeah, no, that's always a bad idea. Just look at Star Wars. But then again, I have hope. Now I have more hope for that, no pun intended, than I've ever had, is them doing the despecialized editions.
Right. Good call.
And putting those on Disney Plus for, when they have nothing left to put on there.
Or ABC.
Or ABC.
Or both. What else we got here?
I watched Joker.
Finally.
I know. I finally saw Joker. I was like, I know I watched something over the weekend. What was it? Oh yeah, Joker. It was Joker.
But it was good though. You have to admit it was better than you thought it would be.
It was better than I thought it was. I wasn't surprised by anything.
You weren't surprised how good Joaquin Phoenix was?
He's fine. He's too old. He was too old for the part he was playing.
Well,
Just
too
the
old to begin the
timeline's wrong.
training.
Yeah, too old to begin the training. The timelines don't match up, and it bothered me the whole time. Because he's like, our age-ish.
You have to
like
remember that every Batman now is like 60 years old. So.
Well, then it makes even less sense, because that would make the Joker like 80.
Whatever. It was good. And just admit it.
No, because again, it's fine. It was good enough.
All right.
But I didn't like the time. I didn't like the way they played with the timelines.
All right, fair enough.
Wombat hates it when you play with timelines.
I do. It
You have to be
kinda drives me
gentle with
nuts.
Wombat's timeline.
I was thinking about that, like in The Last Dance. Would this have bothered you, Wombat? Like the way The Last Dance is structured is like they start in 1998, which is where it ends.
I'm okay with that.
And then they consistently do like a rewind back to wherever they need to tell a story to.
That's okay.
Okay. And
As long as the structure makes sense. I don't like it when sometimes you'll watch a documentary and it cuts around the timeline and they don't do it for any reason. That bothers me. That happens in too many documentaries. Or in some biopics, like in Rocket Man is like a good example of a very good movie that I enjoyed that plays around with its own timeline too much. Because it jumps around from like 75 to 81 and then back to 78 and then it's like 94 and you're like, wait a minute, what happened here? And that kind of pisses me off.
they took a lot of, they did that so that the story went in a consistent direction, obviously.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm still standing did not come out in the 90s, but whatever. I'll let it slide because I'm enjoying your film. But I do not like when the Joker is, 47 years old and Bruce Wayne is
Who cares?
8?
What's the difference?
Well, because
Ageist.
No, because then it means that when Batman becomes Batman 20 years later, that the Joker is in his 70s.
Why does Batman have to come 20 years later?
So this is like I heard things that like maybe this wasn't the Joker, but this inspired the Joker.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I gathered. Also, like maybe this guy just isn't.
What are you talking about? They're making a sequel. You don't think
Are
it's
they
going to be
really?
the same guy? Yeah, of course they are. They made so much money. You think they're not going to make a sequel?
I don't know.
I made $1 billion, didn't it? Like, it was ridiculous.
There were certain things about it that I did like. I did like the, he was not a good person, and they didn't really try to make you that sympathetic towards him.
To the Joker?
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't feel sympathy.
Are you ever sympathetic to the Joker?
No, that's true too. And he
He's
did
pretty much a bad guy. That's his role.
But you know what? There was a part of me that's like they're going to try to make him more anti-hero than just villain.
Right.
Okay.
And in the movie The Joker, he's not an anti-hero, he's a bad guy.
He's
And
a dick.
that's it.
He's a big dick.
He's a big dick. And I actually appreciated that. for what it's worth.
Fair enough.
I just think he was too old. It should have been played by someone who was like 24.
What if they just use computer technology to make him look younger?
Then that might have been fine, if not incredibly distracting.
You might get that if they can't make new movies anymore. They can just go back.
Right.
Yeah.